Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and the rest. This is Husky's Ghost, and this is another episode of Creepy But True Gaming. How you all doing? This episode is going to be a bit of it's kind of a bit of a mix of a creepypasta and an actual game, but this game has actually been taking place as a true story. And believe it or not, this game is real. Now, it's one creepy game, and I'll go ahead and get to this episode of Creepy But True Gaming. So, turn the volume up, get some popcorn, grab some soda, grab some friends, grab some candy, do whatever you want as we go down to the deep depths of video games. This is Creepy But True Gaming. You know, whenever we actually pop in a game from the NES, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii U, there's that one character that comes to mind when we come to Nintendo. And that would be Mario. As we all know, Mario, he's just one of those characters that you just can't really get away from. And just wherever you go, he's there. If you want to have fun, platforming fun, he's there. You can't really hate Mario. I mean, there's no way you can hate Mario. If you hate Mario, you're bluffing. Because there's no way you can hate Mario. It's just too amazing like that. But, as we all know, there is one game back in the good old days of the SNES. And that would be Super Mario World. As well as also been remade for the Game Boy Advance, but either way, whatever version you play, it's fun. And as we know for the game, it's colorful, it's challenging, the soundtrack is amazing, and hey, it's the first game we could actually be able to ride Yoshi on, and also sacrifice him on, Sorry about that, Yoshi. But there's something really cool about the internet nowadays, is that we can actually be able to hack games. Could hack them into ROMs and make them our own little game, And that's when this famous website came around. This website here is called Super Mario Central. Now, what is Super Mario Central? It's actually a website where hackers can be able to hack into Super Mario World, change a few things, and have a little fun with it. It could be a bunch of weird stuff. But there is one game in particular. And this is when Super Mario is just not the same. There is a game called Mario. That's it. That's really it. It's called Mario in all caps. Mario. Okay. So, what is this hack? Well, obviously it's a hack. And what the story goes is that this person, who actually is part of Super Mario Central, went ahead and found this hack and went ahead and just do kind of what he wants in it, You go ahead, pop it in, put his little SNES emulator, and tried it out. What he found was odd. How it goes is that the top pops up and it's called Mario. That's it. But not just that. Obviously, it was the hack, so he was kind of suspecting that. But things just got a lot more weird. When he progresses through the game, once we actually all know, if we play Super Mario World, there are those little announcement boxes. If you jump onto them, it come out to be kind of weird. Like, one box will say, Word of advice, I hate you. There'll be another one saying a bunch of other stuff, saying, well, like, go back, and welcome to Dinosaur Land. In this strange land, we find the Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Mario is at it again. And people just are like saying, what? Mario? And then, well, there's actually another thing that really comes to much of attention with this Mario hack. And it's actually this little sign, signed by Yoshi, that goes by the following code, 011011101, yeah, you get what I mean. It's actually coding. And actually what it says is that it says to say, I've been saying say a lot, haven't I? Oh well. But anyways, the code actually points out saying notepad. Now, when players actually go ahead and download this game, you go to the notepad, you actually see a bunch of humble jumbo. It's like a coding that's for the game, but put into text as well. It's kind of weird, but if you actually look through that text, you'll find something very interesting. During in the middle or top or bottom, somewhere around there in the humble jumble, you'll find normal English text. It keeps repeating itself saying, find me, find me, find me, find me, find me, find me. I wonder what's going through with this guy's head. I mean, when he was making a hack, it's like he was high, drunk, and says, I need to make this hack. And, you know, this is how I was born. I don't know, that's my theory though. What do you think? It's probably bullcrap. So, ignore I even said that. Now, throughout the game, he keeps on going to jump into those boxes saying, like I said, point of advice, I hate you. And there's like another part saying, hooray, thank you for rescuing me, my name is Yoshi. On my way to rescue my friends, Mario trapped me in that egg. It's like, what's going on? Some people believe that this is actually the viewpoint of Bowser. Others say this is actually a possible mind of Yoshi, just punishing Mario for all he did to Yoshi. Is it punishing Mario or not? But there's actually a lot of things saying that you should turn back and you're trapped and don't go any further. But there is one that's actually stand out to be the most disturbing. As we all say, there's actually a bunch of point of advice boxes that also says this is a selfish way out, and a bunch of other stuff like that. But there's one that's really creepy, and I'll go ahead and tell you guys what it is. Now, before I actually say it, let me just warn you guys about something, alright? Because it's something that you're not going to find really pleasant, alright? So, you know when you finish the first boss of Super Mario World, you go ahead and blow up the castle, and then there's that message that appears. That message has been completely changed. And the message is obviously hacked. But this is when the game turned into a little bit more of a nightmare. And this is when people start getting chills up their spines, and it's like it's almost like an FBI report. Once Mario blows up the castle and the message appears, it says this: Victim number 1. Eyeballs were unable to be found. The victim was found lying on her carpet. Causes of the death unknown. Hand marks with unidentified fingerprints were found all over the corpse. Okay. So there's this Mario hack, and it's telling you to go back, go away, you know, never turn back, this is a selfish way out, blah 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 blah. And then you get like some kind of report of a killed victim. It's kind of a disturbing report. It's like unidentified, unable to figure out who it is, and it's like, people are thinking, is this Toadstool? Is this her dead corpse report or something like that? People are not really too sure. But the game does not end there. Once players actually continue on with the game, well, it gets a bit more confusing. They actually find Mario back into like some kind of level. They go ahead, and he actually starts warping into this warp. And these warps are like unidentified. You can't really see them. But I'll just go ahead and skip ahead onto this, okay? Because it's saying, because there's other advice boxes and stuff like that saying, this is did you cause enough trouble and stuff like that. So it's like telling you to like back off, you know. It's like telling you not to play any further, but players ignore it and they keep on playing. Now once I can't talk. Once you reach to the end of the game, Mario will go ahead and warp down a pipe that's like you can't see. You just have to like go to the middle of this little cliffhanger and just warp down. Now there's one thing I forgot to mention about this ROM is that there's like no water or anything, so if you go to, like through like an edge where you fall, it's just you don't fall. You know, you like almost don't die. The only time you could really die in the game is pretty much at the boss level, really. But other than that, it just continues on. But anyways, at the end, you can actually make Mario to warp down this little cliff where there's like no warp anywhere, but he does a warping animation, bloop bloop bloop, and then the game turns dark. That's it. Now this is when the game kind of turns a bit more creepy. And with the story of it, I can't really say for sure if this is real. He says the game turned dark. He's gonna go ahead and reboot his computer, and the Electric City, like, went kabooey. You know, it's like it went off and stuff like that. I don't know if that's really true. It might have just been true, just a coincidence, but his computer was still on and stuff like that, but blah 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 blah. But anyways, to the story, he says like he found Mario and Mario and Yoshi in a still like a still sprite, not moving in the pitch black room. It was just like that for quite some time. Now, I've seen some people play this game, and I never really experienced it. He says only little reports of the exact same thing happened. But during that time while he was staring at Mario and Yoshi in this pitch black background, a picture appeared for a split 2 seconds. And then it vanished. And back to the game he was. Back to the start screen. Huh. Well, what the players say is that the picture was somewhat disturbing, but it flashed so fast they were unable to really take a good glimpse of it. But there was another way to see what that image was. During that text of that notepad, it's actually turned out to also been a JPEG file, a picture that wasn't there before, and they were actually able to view it. It was such a small picture though. They went ahead, took the code file, went to Google, and they went ahead and searched up the exact same size of the picture to see if they could be able to find a bigger size of it. Now this is when this hack went a lot more creepy. If your heart is really weak enough to faint, I would just go ahead and prepare yourself, alright? Or just stop from here. But the picture I'm about to show you guys is the image. This is the reason why this isn't creepy but true gaming. The hack is real, but it's been removed but replaced back online so you could be able to download it. Where at though, I can't really say, so I can't really put down a link in the description, but like you're going to have to dig for it. But there's another thing. Before I show the picture, the creator of the game has this. He pretty much dismissed his account. I'll go ahead and put down the link to this creator's account. He's really awkward. It's been said that he posts really weird shit, and he's really. He hasn't been on for a while now, so yeah. Anyways, back to the picture. This image to some people believe that this is the body of the corpse that was reported into victim number 1 that is said when Mario tore down the castle. Let's take a look at what this picture is. Is it just me, or is my spine like getting tingles by this? This is a creepy image. This is really fucking creepy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, well, yeah, that's the image of it. What do you guys think? But if you download the game, you will have this picture in your file and stuff like that. Is this the corpse of a dead body or what? But that's the thing that turned this game into one fucking twisted nightmare. What was the creator thinking? Was he just having too much time in his hands, or was he mentally ill? People are unsure. He pretty much deactivated his account. It's still up, but he doesn't use it anymore. So go ahead and take a look at his account if you want. I'll have the link in the description below. And this is Mario. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you liked it, go ahead, give me a like, comment, subscribe if you like more creepy gaming, creepy pauses, and stuff like that. And thank you for watching for this episode of Creepy But True Gaming. This is Husky's Ghost, and I'll catch you guys next episode. Bye bye.